You're watching the WPSL on the National Soccer Network. Today, the number one team in the WPSL, Sporting Connecticut, looks to stay hot as they welcome in the Kingston Capitals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Country Club of Rhodes Field, Milltown, Connecticut. Yardley with you. So happy you could join us. Sporting, like we said, trying to remain perfect on the air. They get their second go at Kingston here this evening. 6-0 for Sporting Connecticut entering this one. Kingston desperate for a win. We're underway here for Milltown. Again, so happy you could join us here on the National Soccer Network. A little bit of a different look for Sporting Connecticut here today. Obviously, usually playing home games at Xavier High School today. Now a little bit of a change of location, however, pretty similar look to how they spend most of their days. The Black Kits going from left to right. On the other side for Kingston, the Baby Blues with the white letters and numbering as we're underway. Brought up on the near side there from Tiffany Weimer. Bridgeport, Connecticut native in the former Penn State Nittany Lion. Also a change in between the pipes as Emma Malone will get the start in the box for Sporting Connecticut. On the other side, I believe it's Kelly Bennett. Second meeting between these two as Sporting will keep things back into the midfield. Touch up from Imani Jenkins, recently making her debut with Sporting Connecticut as the flag is up, offsides, as the touch was by Sporting, and will reset. We do talk about second meeting between these two this season. First time out was a very tough one on the side for Kingston. 14-0 loss by the hands of Sporting Connecticut, number one team in the WPSL, and they coming off a little bit of a tough matchup, so trying to get back to the momentum we've seen this year and the dominance we've seen. One of the best goal differentials in the league as well, as heavy press being put on here on the back line. Tight roping on the sideline and stolen away that time is Kelly McIntosh. Cheshire, Connecticut native, brought things back to the midfield, tried to find a way to get up was Regan Caraba, but it's taken away back by Sporting. 14-0 the previous meeting between these two, and now into the latter half in the second half, in the final stretch, you could say. Only 3 games left after this one for Sporting, well, for Kingston as well. You either have a chance to stay perfect, keep going, as this one's taken in from Jenkins. Jenkins with a shot, puts that one far side, almost touched up there from Christina Stone, who plays it back into the 18, looking for help, top of the box, going far side, and will rattle out of play. Good early setup, though, on the cross. Thought things were going on target from Jenkins, but was brought in nicely from Stone. Played things back to the top of the 18, just not able to get it to go on target. Sporting first season in the WPSL. And only allowed 4 goals against this season. One of them coming in the last time out, playing at home, while back over at Xavier High School. Contest for Merrimack Valley. 2-1 win. Easily in the closest matchup this season for Sporting Connecticut. So trying to get back to the dominance that we've seen. Pretty good through ball set up here. Jordan the one to take, met by a double. An excellent job defensively playing on that back line was Maria Duraco. Excellent work. Putting an end to that transition opportunity for Sporting Connecticut. And again, we mentioned, easily one of the best units in the WPSL. Well, correction, ranked number 1 in the last edition WPSL polls. Look to play that one through. It's not in the cards. Just around 4 minutes down here in this first half. Another good setup. Garrett Jordan brings it into the 18. Looking for help, makes a move, tries to play it back. It's loose in front, bobbled away. Able to corral things where the Capitals and put it out of play. Another good opportunity set up, but an opportunity set up deep in enemy territory here for Sporting. Jenkins with all possession going over those black kits. Crossed over, but will go off the top of the goal and will reset. Back we at the touch. Mylene Kerr, Queens College commit, hailing from Saugerties, New York. As for Kingston, trying to find a way to get out of their own end here, we mentioned was pure dominance for Sporting Connecticut in their earlier matchup. Very early in the year, as Jenkins, again, able to intercept, puts it well high over the crossbar. But pure dominance, 14-0. It speaks volume to how talented this Sporting Connecticut squad is. But a lot have changed, and part of that being the most recent matchup for Sporting, easily their toughest to date. 27 goals scored on the season. Differential of 23 goals, only allowing 4 on the campaign, one of them coming last time out. Back with the touch and the take-up near side. Brought out from Garrett Jordan. 2 goals on the season for the Cromwell, Connecticut native, and the former UConn Husky and a former All-Big East selection. This thing's taken away as brought to the other side by Siege Navarra, Kingston, New York native. As things go far side, that one's going to go out of play. Wasn't able to track it down, but able to find a way with a bit of a clear. Much needed. Also worth mentioning on the side for Kingston, it's Jenkins. Able to track this one down. No flag up. Jenkins looking to strike. Jenkins making a move. It's brought in. Excellent job in between the pipes to come out and play it. Stiller worked in time. Helene Kerr plays that one out. Needed to get aggressive in the cage. Able to make a stellar stop. Stop and a great chance from Amani Jenkins, who's been everywhere so far today. Threw it to the far side. Good tackle on the edge of the box. Believe we'll go past the end line, though. And the first set piece opportunity expected here. Coming for Sporting Connecticut. Quick setup. Played back into the box. Loose ball, top of the 18. Played awkwardly off the foot of Kylie McIntosh. So nothing coming off of that opportunity. But again, another pretty solid setup by Sporting Connecticut. So needing to find a way to get a little bit of offense forward. At least get out of your own end for a little bit after a pretty good opportunity on the other side. Played back towards midfield. Touched in here from Christina Stone. University of Hartford. As things go back over to Jenkins. Top of the box, she's triple teamed. Found a blue kit the other way. Stone had to work to win it right back. Christina Stone. 21 games, all starts this past season with the Hawks. An all ECAC as well as an all New England selection. A returner for this Sporting Connecticut squad. Lights now coming up here in Milltown. Connecticut. We're so happy you could join us. Nice ball, no flag up. Able to win it back. Excellent ball, though. It'll be played, though, to Karen Jordan. Blue Kids start to swarm. Here comes Sporting. Connecticut the other way. Senator leaves that one just high the crossbar. Another good-looking opportunity. Just around 10 minutes in, it's been Sporting Connecticut as the primary aggressor. And with that, probably expected. I mean, team that's coming off a tougher matchup against one of the better teams in the conference, with all being said. And you do talk about things for Sporting Connecticut. It's a team that's trying to pick up not only national accolades, where they're already at the polls, but also regional and conference accolades. Only undefeated, left atop the Northeast. Jenkins trying to track that one down. Another Hartford Hawk, hailing from right here in Middletown, Connecticut. The Conference of New England's Offensive Player of the Year this past season at Hartford. 80 goals in her career with the Hawks. Bobbled around and played back over to McIntosh. Another touch over. Here's Souza. Souza tries to cross things back over. Intercepted. Kingston trying to get out. Last touch was on McIntosh. Former two-time All-MAC selection with Marist and the Red Foxes right there. Similar to the area many on this Kingston squad come from. Hudson Valley region. Played all the way back. There's Malone. Wallingford, Connecticut native. Playing this past season. And UNC Greensboro. 1.24 goals against the average on the career. All SoCon accolades back in 2022. Again, the start in the cage here today for Sporting Connecticut. Flags up. As subs will check in. It's time for Kingston. Checking out the match will be Olivia Watson. So Watson will check out. Walden, New York native. Getting the nod here today. I believe saw action last time these two teams squared off. Siani Urbano will be the one to check in. The Morrissey Ketchum High School alumnus. Previously, well, actually, believe attending the University of Delaware. Albert Falls native into the contest. First substitution from either side. Played all the way back. Call the name once more. The starting netminder for Sporting Connecticut. 6-0 start for Sporting Connecticut. No blemishes, no draws, and a 23-goal differential in their favor. Absolute stellar work. First season here in the WPSL. Excellent job by Coach Matt Cameron, as well as Tiff Weimer, part of this squad. It's again played over to Jenkins. Jenkins puts that one just a little bit wide. Another good setup. Another good opportunity set up from Amani Jenkins. Hartford Hawk not able to capitalize once more. We stay scoreless. I think you'll talk about on the other side with Kingston. I mean, trying to find a way to get on the board. Team that struggled all around is Jenkins able to intercept. Good ball played over. Here's an opportunity, and it's in. Tiffany Weimer able to get us started. And Sporting Connecticut strikes first. Beautiful stuff. Jenkins able to swipe it away defensively. Then Weimer plays it to herself, goes far side, and Sporting on the board first. It's 1-0. 7th of the season for the Penn State alumnus and the former UWS Offensive Player of the Year. Out in the 13th minute of this contest, it's 1-0 Sporting Connecticut. Absolute beautiful job. And now, see if that starts to operate a little bit of a opening of the floodgates in a way. We've seen great opportunities fall by the wayside in the first 10 or so minutes. However, see the first one go by, gains a little bit of confidence is Tiffany Weimer. Things played to the far side. That ball was looking same direction off the boot, Quigley, veteran in this league. Just a little bit off target. Miscue. The former New Haven Charger. Throw it on the far sideline. Kingston trying to find a way out, finding a pair of black kits, nothing in the area. Stepping in front of it was the recently entered into the contest in Siani Urbano. Jenkins plays right time. Off the touch from Weimer. Gets things right back here. Tori Souza also with 6 goals on the year. This one played back into the box, having to come out and reel things in. Was the netminder for Kingston the Capitals. Trying to quickly run the other way, threw straight out. Caraba will set it back out with Navarra. That one goes out of play. And Kingston will slow down this attack just a smidge. Sabrina Perry will be the one to take over. And so we go State Laker. That one's out of play. Too hard off the touch for Sage Navarra, Kingston, New York native. Work back along the back line is Christina Stone. Mentioned D3 leader and assist this past season at U Hartford. Played forward. Here's another opportunity. One-on-one. A cut. No one in front of the cage and somehow able to block it away on the back line for the Capitals. Excellent job backing up your keeper. Kelly Smekula able to turn it aside. Looking for something point blank. Here's Senator. Senator, turn, fire. It's brought straight in. Putting an end to that try. The defense has been forced to make some big stops. And so far, with the exception of the lone goal from Tiffany Weimer, Kingston has been able to answer that call. Played back up. Tori Souza had it discharged. Continue to work on the back line. Slow pace to this attack. There was Shea Boyle, the former BC Eagle, transferred to Seton Hall down in South Orange in New Jersey. Monty Jenkins had it pushed aside. Bounced far side. And Jenkins finds it one more time. Quarterback this offense to the far side. Back top of the box looking for room. And again, it's Jordan. Jordan looking far post. Nobody on the cut. Maybe thinking Jenkins was going to be the one to charge towards that far side. Couldn't find an avenue in an alley, and it's out of play. It was around the first 20 minutes in. Here for Middletown. Weimer. Ambidextrous touch. Quigley leads it on the far sideline. Quick throw, and here's Jenkins. Jenkins with the touch back to Stone. Hartford connection. Senator shot. She scores. Emily Senator able to make it 2-0. Sporting Connecticut on top. Just about to enter the 20th minute. And Sporting Connecticut going up 2-0. Senator, third goal of the season for former first team All-Southland Conference selection. Back in with Western State. Able to get an added insurance in this first half for Sporting Connecticut. That one's just true turn fire. Take a rip for it. It wasn't as deep of a setup. A little bit quicker. Maybe part of that. Dropping down, and we'll get the whistle blowing against Sporting Connecticut, and the attacker going forward with Kara Jordan. So we'll the free kicks down up deep in their own end. Need to find a way to get some type of offense to operate here, as it looks like checking out the Maria DeRocco. Suffern, New York native. Rockland County native. DeRocco will check out the match. Back in is Olivia Watson. While New York native, 50 games played previously in Manhattanville. The ball played in here. Weimer leads it forward. This time it's Jordan. Jordan near sideline. Starts to get chased down. Through ball back into the box. Bobbled around, and it's in. One aggressive and played it awkwardly. Banged up there. On the try forward was Quigley. She'll get a chance to get checked out here. Nevertheless, Sporting Connecticut able to make it 3-0. 3-0 start for Sporting Connecticut. As Quigley gets things off the hop. And an early 3-goal cushion in this first half. We'll see Kingston back to take over, trying to get this offense going. It was a dominant contest in favor of Sporting Connecticut last time these two teams squared off. This first half having a similar script being wrote. As the weather in the Northeast starts to do what it's been doing for the past few weeks. Rain starting to come down here. Earlier today, right around kickoff, was actually fairly sunny as Weimer takes it right in our direction. Beautiful ball played forward. Jordan plays it across, looking for Jenkins. Jenkins taps it forward, and she scores! Amani Jenkins able to answer quickly. It's another Sporting Connecticut goal. It's 4-0. Quick work for Sporting Connecticut. The top team in the WPSL, able to do what they've been doing best. Back to basics for Sporting Connecticut. It's 4-0. And that was the thing we mentioned. Scoreless the first around 15 minutes or so into the match. That the situation would be maybe that first goal led to the openings of the floodgates a little bit. Jenkins able to reel it in. Now starts to scramble on the other side for Kingston. As the Capitals and their netminder go well out to play it against Jenkins. Got over aggressive, almost led to another Sporting Connecticut offensive opportunity. Some played all the way back, remember? Well, Malone getting the start. Inside the box today. As Weimer pops it forward, near side Jordan. Jenkins, edge of the box, plays it back forward. Jordan now into the 18, sets up Weimer. Weimer on the right side, looking for room, pops that one right off the post. Fancy footwork from Tiff Weimer. However, just not able to sneak it past that near side post. Things go out of play, and we'll once again see Kingston set up. Trying to find room. Really hasn't been much. Battled on the sideline. One back here. McIntosh, the one, start the charge. Senator already a goal today. Back into the cage is Kelly Bennett. Was the one to touch you up. Quick little bit of rain here. Kind of nagging in a way. Nothing too strong. Nothing will affect pace of play, you would assume. It's Jenkins. Reels it in. Top of the 18. Tries to shake off a defender. That one's bobbled and it's through. Amani Jenkins throws it towards cage. Not able to bring it in cleanly. And it's in. And Sporting Connecticut making it 5-0. So another Sporting Connecticut goal. Able to continue the dominance. And Amani Jenkins adds another one on the evening. Amani Jenkins, the offensive player of the year at U Hartford. One goes out of play and we'll reset. Callie Bennett not able to come away with the save that time. Bobbled off the hands, and well, Sporting now their 5th goal of the match. Still operating on that back line. Looking for things forward. Chase down here. Back of the 18. Tosses that one on target. He'll take an awkward hop. staying in play, couldn't get the crossover to Jenkins properly. Things again will go out of play as someone's brought in from Jenkins. Correction, brought in from Callie Bennett, as we mentioned. Callie Bennett getting the start in goal. And this one for Kingston, the Capitals. Substitutions, trio of sorts will check in for Sporting Connecticut. Get them for you in just a moment. Give Triano one of them. That will go out of play. See Kingston back with a goal kick here. Juliana Garcia, one of the substitutions, as well as Gambit Triano. Long feed forward there from Weimer. McIntosh plays back over. Jenkins fielded through. One more touch top of the box. Weaving through traffic, but a swarm of baby blue kids surround things and push it out of play. Final substitution was Yuki Shibe. The Yale commit will take over, sporting the number 45 here in this one. Triado also wearing 46 for today's contest. Battle forward. A little bit of space. This one on target and a nice save made. Reeled in from Bennett. Excellent stop that time from Callie Bennett. Kingston High School product. Already over, well on her way to 1,000 career saves. Entering her, I believe, junior season at Kingston. And now with the Capitals, able to make a nice stop that time. Really with that, haven't made a ton of major mistakes. Had the one, but really just been brought into some tough spots. Well, now by things defensively. Throw in, brought in. It's Tiffany Weimer. Mentioned the former Nittany Lion and three-time collegiate All-American. Two-time League National Player of the Year runner-up. Was the one-point all-time goals leader in the Big Ten. Over a decade of professional experience playing in the NWSL and then now in the WPSL. That one's well too strong and brought in again for Bennett. Ball played awkwardly off the hop. Goes off the hand of McIntosh. And now throw in near side For a touch, again, will go out of play. Last touch will say is on Garcia, I believe, initially. No. I'll switch that correctly. Said it was touched off Navarre. Garcia gets it right after the throw-in. Then brought over to Gabby Triado. Cheshire, Connecticut native. 17 games played. 16 of them starts this past season in Poughkeepsie. With Maris and the Red Foxes. Garcia back with the touch. 5-0. A lead in favor of Sporting Connecticut. Back plate in the box. Loose ball. That one's going to go wide. Good job for Bennett not to give any extra touches. Ball will go past the end line and believe looking another stem piece opportunity. Corner chance here for Sporting Connecticut. On the take for Sporting, believe me, it's Emily Senator, Northwestern State product. Plays at top of the box. There's Weimer. Weimer back in, looking to set up same direction. It's bounced down to the 18, and Weimer will be again the one to take on it. Looking to set her up once more on that through ball, but couldn't reel it in. Goes out of play last touch by those in black kits. 6-0 start for Sporting Connecticut. They go into the final 3 games of the regular season. Northeast Conference well in their grasp. A chance to win it depending on what happens today, what happens elsewhere. A little bit of math to be done. Can't win it necessarily today per se. However, need a little bit of help with other games going on. I believe, math-wise, can clinch things with wins in back-to-back. However, potentially depending on what happens elsewhere. Flags up, off sides will reset. However, the win today goes a long way to trying to seal and continue the mark as the hottest team in the WPSL. Number 1 team in the league. Near side played in. McIntosh the one to give chase defensively. Sydney Allen was the one to bring it in. She'll give a little bit of attack as Emma Malone will lead things forward. Looking for Weimer. Pass intercepted around midfield. Still have yet to see Kingston really set up with anything offensively. This one's all the way back to the goal and brought out from just at the top of the box. Here's Bennett. First touch is from Black Kit. Back to the center, almost intercepted. Jumping things was Juliana Garcia. Northeastern product. The midfielder, former 2-time Connecticut All-State selection. Hailing from New Haven, Sacred Heart Academy. Malone gets another touch. Close to the 40th minute here in this contest. McIntosh slowing the roll here. Long feed. Off the hop, it's Weimer. Weimer looking for Jenkins, forced him to come out. There was Bennett. Being able to come out and play it cleanly. Stop the opportunity. And slow down the attack of Sporting Connecticut just a smidge. Needing to do that. Really have been running circles around this Kingston squad. It's really just been speed and Long balls do find that extra touch as Jenkins able to set things up nicely here. Jenkins able to push it through. Almani Jenkins and another one on the contest. It's 6-0 Sporting Connecticut. Only the second goal today for Jenkins. Third of the season for the Hartford Hawk. The all-time, well, one of the all-time program best Hartford history. Able to make it 6-0 in this first half. And Amani Jenkins able to tally another one in the back of the cage. Coming off a ridiculous season at Hartford. 27 goals, 11 assists last season. Only her fourth game this year with Sporting. Third start to go along with it. They add another next level talent to a roster that's already loaded. Jenkins leads it to Weimer. Weimer now played in this time for Senator. Senator to Weimer again. Boots that one well wide. It was a nice setup. Nice opportunity that was brewing. But Weimer just getting too much under it. And who give a little bit of credit here in the cage for Callie Bennett. Easily one of the youngest players on the pitch today. And has had the toughest task of trying to stop easily looked at as one of the best, if not the best unit offensively in the WPSL. Touched back up and bobbled around. Weimer trying to win it forward, but Senator able to come back play, and McIntosh will slow it up on the back line. First touch is from a Capital. Jenkins able to reel it though. Forced forward. Senator back to the box. Through ball to Weimer. Weimer on the cross. He'll kicks it to a teammate. Brought in a moment there was Ushibe, but couldn't haul things in fully clean. Rushing the final 5. Oh, close to the 45th minute. McIntosh trying to add some more offense for the half. Back over with Garcia. Center back in Shea Boyle. Soon to be Seton Hall Pirate. Manchester, Connecticut native. Jenkins will give chase, try and win this race to the end line. And is able to do so. Lonnie Jenkins brings it in the corner. Good job defensively and a little bit of a tug on the shirt. Able to win possession here for Kingston. Foul was called against Jenkins. I believe the one back was freaking Caraba. On the take on the free kick. Kelly Smacula. Riviera University. Pine Bush High School. Bloomingburg, New York native. Won the Eisenhower Presidential Award back in our high school days. A 6-0 lead for Sporting Connecticut. Another touch from Triano. Malone. with slower pace. Latter stages of the first 45. Once again, Malone. Well, too strong. Was looking for Jenkins. Yeah, Zamani Jenkins has been excellent in this one so far. Weimer tried to battle. Lost the fight with Specula. As things will go out of play. That will lead us to the end of the first half here from Middletown. Score 6-0 in favor of Sporting Connecticut. With that, take a quick breather. Come back in a second. Sporting Connecticut finding the offense once more. 6-0 here on the National Soccer Network. Well, you're back in. The second half just about underway here from Milltown, Connecticut. Garen Lee with you. So happy you could join us today on National Soccer Network. It's been a fun one. 6-0 start for Sporting Connecticut. A couple of goals from Amani Jenkins leading the charge for Sporting as the hottest team in the WPSL. Looking to stay on that trajectory and definitely doing so after the first 45 here from Milltown. First touch will go over to Kingston and the Capitals. Really struggling to find anything so far in this one, and really was a strong first 15 minutes, but after first goal from Tiffany Weimer, her 7th of the season, able to quickly correct things, open the floodgates, and now we're underway. Final 45 here from Milltown. Change in net as well, as Helen Daly will be the one to take over for Sporting Connecticut. Has gotten a bulk of the starts, has seen action every game this season for the New Haven Charger. Be the one to take over. The Norwich, Connecticut native will be the one to work in between the pipes in the second half. Worked on the back line there from Christina Stone. This last season, CA Division III assist leader. Plays a nice ball forward, forcing to come out and play that one in. Quickly putting it in to the try on the other side. So able to wrap things up nicely there was Bennett. Brought in this time from Triado. Back a little closer to midfield. Slow pace on that attack. Tori Souza was the one they were looking to go forwards to. Now we're looking to go out of play. Monty Jenkins has really led the charge so far in this one. Multi-goal contest for Jenkins. Leave Quigley, Senator, and Weimer all getting on the board as well. This one's played back into the 18. Edge of the box, played back through for a cross. Was looking to set up with Rika Shibe. Couldn't connect with the soon-to-be Bulldog, the Yale commit. Top of the 18, brought to the far side. And was Greta Brunello. Touched back towards midfield. Brunella wins possession. Forces things over to Quigley, but we'll have things go out of play. We'll see Kingston back with control. No reset. Extra ball hopping onto the pitch. Kingston will take on the far side. Like we mentioned, a chance for a Northeast Conference crown. We're Sporting Connecticut first year in the WPSL. Conference that fairly new, I believe 3 new teams into WPSL, Northeast Conference. However, no strangers to success playing the WS. Let's touch forward, awkwardly into the box, and we'll have the flag up, so we'll reset as his offsides. A little bit of a lead whistle had the touch on the offside zone. Shrugging the shoulders a little bit there was Abby Berg. It's kind of nothing I could really do. So it's played right to her. The former 2023 NEC All-Tournament team selection. The former Central Connecticut Blue Devil. Historic first season in the league for Sporting Connecticut. And the return for Kingston, the Capitals, their first season back in the WPSL. Previously spending time, I believe, as well in the UWS, but also not seeing action last year at WPSL. Daly will take back, mention, playing this past season at University of New Haven. Remember the Chargers squad recently announcing their jump to the Division I level, join the NEC. See a lot of faces probably familiar with the likes of Central Connecticut, as we mentioned previously. Also, you talk about on that other side in Kingston, the Capitals, they have one of the better young faces in the NEC. Not seeing action today, but the Wagner College Seahawk and Eric Kilper. Out of the lineup today, same thing with Caitlin Kilper. Hudson Valley native, now over to New York's Forgotten Borough in Staten Island. Throwing far side, is brought in. Edge of the 18, battle for it. Excellent job to fight things away there from Kylie Smekula. It's had an excellent outing so far today, the Pine Bush High School native. Well, Pine Bush High School alumnus, you shall say. Long throw in. Played top of the 18. Touched for a moment from Garcia, but it's forced away and ripped out of possession. Back towards midfield. The pressure stays on, but it's back into the grasp of the netminder and Kelly Bennett. Juliana Garcia, the New Haven, Connecticut native, playing at Sacred Heart Academy. Back in high school in the prep days. Brought back in by the young netminder and Bennett. Go back and talk about Garcia playing in Northeastern up in Boston. Able to get on the score sheet this past season with the Huskies. 10 goals, 2 starts this past year in 2024. Former Connecticut State champ, Sacred Heart Academy. Hard foul. As banged up. A moment there was Karen Jordan. Free kick opportunity. Here for Sporting Connecticut. Be a little expected, a little bit slower start to the second half. Trying to change that. Flag is up, though. Looking for the home run ball that time. Not able to connect. The chase up forward. Was looking to find Tori Souza. Looking at her name called for the first time today. Veteran UWS. Former first team all league. The previous league. Playing back in 2021 with Connecticut Fusion. As well as a former coach at the Division II ranks with New Haven. Spent a time at UMass, member of the all-rookie team in the Atlantic 10, and spread out 9 goals across a couple of years. Central Connecticut. Garcia's able to enter a pair of goals on the season for Juliana Garcia. So yeah, if Kingston can find their first bit of action forward. Just around 15 minutes down in this second half of play. That one, dangerous pass, almost picked off. Allows the offense to set back up there for Sporting Connecticut. Touched just forward and above the defenders' heads, back to the goal line. And Bennett back to bring things in. Excellent high school career so far for Callie Bennett. Wrapping up, believe wrapping up her sophomore season at Kingston. Over 500 saves in her high school career. Again, the chase forward. Here's another young product in Ishibe. Ishibe crosses things forward, top of the box, looking for another touch. Far side, it's well over the crossbar. He's not able to get a full read on it. Was anybody in the box properly? Ishibe played it on the cross. Allowed one touch over. Kelly Quigley not able to get it to go. Quigley, the Tewksbury, Massachusetts native. Another very experienced face, and that's been probably the most impressive thing for this Sporting Connecticut squad has been their ability to have veteran pieces gel well with younger faces. They do a lot of success, a lot of returners into the league, or at least into the club. Sporting Connecticut matched out with younger talent like the AC Gammy Triano, a high school All-American for the Marist Red Fox. Caitlin Daly back on the touch. Souza, another one of those veterans, as we mentioned. Six nothing the lead. Trying to get on the board for the first time in this second half. Top of the box, looking for room. That one's pushed through. Top of the box on the strike. It's Sporting Connecticut, makes it 7-0. That time just needed a little bit of room to put it on Cage. Able to go far side. Keeps it low. And it's 7-0 Sporting Connecticut. First of the contest for Abby Burgess. 5th of the year for the former Blue Devil. Coming just shy of the 60th minute. Played all the way back to the back line. 7-0 lead for Sporting as they try and move to a perfect 7-0-0. Tapper, Quigley, leads forward to Shibe. Good ball forward. Has to bounce off the grasp of Olivia Watson. Pass is intercepted. Good read, but forced away was Gianna Perry, the SUNY Oswego alumnus. Previously spending time as well at Division II Nyack College. Members in the CACC. This time a strike from well outside. High at the top of the box. Nothing doing on the attempt from Triano. The sound of Milani Jenkins in the second half. Much needed, much deserved rest, shall say. A couple of goals in that first half. Almost a little bit of a miscue. They lead it near side. Forced a bit of a scramble on the opposite side as Kingston leads it forward. Sienna Urbano. Her pass is intercepted. Good touch on the one tap from Souza. As Garcia. Things pop out of play. off the throw and going out of play. They'll reset and do it once more, actually. So there's a quick touch off of Kingston. Gianna Perry was the one to set up. Allows throwing to come from the opposite side. Now over to Sporting Connecticut. Switching sides in the second half, moving from right to left on your screen. Wearing the black kints, white letters and numbering. The Sporting seal on the chest. On the other side, for Kingston, the Capitals, wearing their baby blues, white letters and numbering, as well on the front and back. Seven nothing lead for Sporting Connecticut. Touch over. Forced to the far side with Triato. Back towards the midfield. Greta Brunello. Former Southern Connecticut Owl. All NE10 selection. Back in the collegiate days for the Italian back. Good lead through ball there. Burgess already with one strike. Didn't have the cutter on the far side. Going to go out of play. Yeah, we'll see a goal kick. So 60 minutes through here from Middletown. And a 7-0 lead for Sporting Connecticut. Just keeping that dominance. And we talked about how that was needed to come out in this, well, in the first half, go out and send a message. A team that you've already been able to handle half of the goals scored in this one. Or, well, correction, the goal total for today is half of what they were able to put on last time these two teams squared off. Looking for a cross. That one played on the ground. Blue Kits swarm. Bobbled and deflected. Now an opportunity to set up, but it's turned away. And Kingston's able to get out of their own end. Not touched up cleanly, and a little bit of a battle towards the sideline. And Brunello drops things back to Stone. Back, hailing out of Hartford. Good job to play it down there from Jordan. Now Burgess cuts to her left. Burgess looking for room. Big tackle played on the end line, but allows Sporting Connecticut to get their first set piece opportunity of this second half. Mentioned, coming off a close contest, a decisive win, you could say. Whereas Merrimack Valley need to go on and send a message. They did. Burgess off the quick restart off the corner. That one's kicked away. Hopping out of play and a throw to come just around 30 yards out. Dropped to the low corner. Quigley was the one to give chase. Sukovic put things away. Triato had that one into a brick wall. Defenders in front. Top of the 18. Brunello gets tattooed as she went to play a ball as Perry able to intercept. Triato again cuts it and drops it backwards. The Stone will reconvene the offensive alignment back with the goalkeeper and Dingley. Tori Souza, Nashua, New Hampshire native, cuts things back to the near side. One more touch with Quigley. The lean to Stone, who operates again back to Burgess. And the young foot of Eureka Shibe moves east to west. Quigley again from outside the box. Looking for the through ball. Intercepted and forced out back towards midfield. Stone will reel it back in. Drop back to the netminder. Daly Goes through the middle. Burgess. Into a swarm of baby blue. Daly again to give chase. Commanding this offensive attack. But needed the offense to show up today. Only 2 goals in the last contest versus Merrimack Valley. And that's a team you have still on the docket one more time. Very close. Believe next matchup will be on the road at Merrimack Valley. Shiba puts the brakes on things. And then near shot, it's Quigley. Quigley looking to operate. Crosses it over, looking for the header. It pops out of play. Not thrilled there with Souza. Goal kick upcoming. One of the better setups for Sporting. On that time. Just a little awkward off the header attempt. We do talk about what's upcoming for Sporting Connecticut. This Sunday, we'll get a chance to face off with that same Merrimack Valley squad. And wrap up the year. Home on July the 1st versus New York Shockers and Rhode Island Rogues that following Saturday. Back in towards the 18. Played on the cusp in the edge of the box. One more chance. It's bounced away. Another opportunity off the crossbar. Drop down here. Quigley. Loose ball top of the 18. Looking for room. That one's through. Too many chances into the box. And Sporting Connecticut is able to tally another one. 8-0 the lead. Sporting dominant here in this one. Just shy of the 70th minute. We'll make it 8-0. Lead for Sporting Connecticut as time will be called on top of the goal being scored. We'll get the stoppage, believe. Member on the side for Kingston was banked up. So had a chance to reset. However, an 8-0 advantage. Sporting Connecticut firing away. Needed the offense to show back up. Needed that dominance to be put back on display. Today, they were, so far, very much been able to answer that call. 8-0. Your score in the latter stages of this second half and in this matchup. Burgess, who's had pretty impressive second half so far. Able to get things back set up. I believe it was Burgess on the most recent goal being scored. Able to get the put back. This time it's Stone. Triato. And stings to the far side. And Souza. Forward from Nashua, New Hampshire. Allows the chase to start. She's able to win it. Actually, it's Garcia. Garcia finds it back. Flag is up past the end line, and Sable things went out of play. Last touch was on the side for Sporting Connecticut. Garcia. Talked a little bit about Julian Garcia, Northeastern Husky. Get a little bit of a break for those who we saw extensively in the first half. There's a nice ball sent up, top of the box, looking for room. Battled around. Still it's loose. There's an opportunity, and it scoots through. Able to get off the awkward redirect. Hopping past the grasp. It's another Sporting Connecticut strike, this time for the Enrique Shipe. The Yale commits able to get our first this season with Sporting Connecticut, and it's 9-0. A 9-0 contest in favor of Sporting Connecticut. Able to get those awkward deflections. Hop right on top of the rebound. Sporting Connecticut making it 9-0. Team that, like we mentioned, has only given up 4 goals on the season. You've seen that be put on display so far in this one. But on top of that, the offense with a goal differential dang near 23 coming into today. Well, that's up near 30 at this point. Just unbelievable the work that they've been able to do this season. Hottest team in the WPSL. I pick up a regular season conference crown, potentially regionals, nationals, and who knows what else. Brunella. Near shot was trying to send up Quigley. Had the idea there for Quigley. Think the touch just couldn't wrap it up. Going past the defender. Now towards the 70th minute. Shibe does an excellent job winning that ball. Now Burgess swipes possession on the end line. Goes out of play. The touch was from the Capital and Watson. We'll see the corner opportunity. It's going to be a quick setup likely. This is what we've seen so far. Tapped right back in. And swiped out of the 18. Good job defending on that set piece. Wasn't even really a true set. Haven't seen much of any traditional corners taken today by Sporting. Look for that one touch, a little bit of miscue with Jordan flying a little too quickly. As substitutions will check in here for Sporting Connecticut, believe. Well, let me see, one of the multi-goal scorers so far today is Monty Jenkins. We'll look to check in. Will be Jenkins. We'll also see Emily Senator. Was also able to strike in that first half. Check back into the match. Into the 70th minute, as we mentioned. Misread back from Stone. Charging forward, but was swarmed was a Duraco. Duraco trying to get past the wall of black kits on the back line. Not allowing anything to go, even get remotely close. The second half netminder in Caitlin Daly. With all being said, Daly has been impressive since entering the match, just formulating this offensive attack forward from the back line. As cliche as it is to mention, one of the top traits most coaches will mention for your goalkeeper is communication. Well, Daly's done an excellent job organizing this attack, quarterbacking in a way from the goal line. Setting up some smooth attacks. Greta Brunello, we mentioned, former Southern Connecticut Owl. All 10 selection in her time, 50 games played over at Southern. Battle with a couple of those even Chargers on the other side for the Elm City titles and the Our City rivalries. All the way back to the goal line and taken in from Kelly Bennett, who we've touched a little bit about. Really has been able to make a couple of good saves here or there. It's just been brought into a tough spot. Too much possession on that side. Just kind of overwhelming offense from Sporting Connecticut. Set up here. Triato looking for room. Cuts to her left. That one's through. Gary Triato. Beautiful strike. Cuts to her left. Puts it right through. And able to work in a double digits here today. Sporting Connecticut 10-0. So the Bears, Brent Fox, able to break us into a 10-0 lead for Sporting Connecticut. Into the 75th minute. Goal comes. We mentioned 14-0 the last time these two teams squaring off. 10-0 lead in this one for Sporting Connecticut. And if you were to look at a chart of possession, it would pretty much tell you the score in its own right. Likely 95% of the game, you could say, has taken place in Sporting Connecticut plus territory. That's in the offensive third. And if it's not been spent there, it's pretty much been spent on the opposing side of midfield. So see what type of chase can be given here from Kingston. They're forced to play back in their own end for, like we said, the entirety of this matchup. See if they can get any bit of pressure put on here to the opposition. Shibe plays things near side purchase. Brunello. Goes near side in a low touch. Burgess. Scoring a moment ago. And talking about what a win today means, it leads to almost wrapping up the Northeast Conference crown, at least regular season-wise, for Sporting Connecticut. Remaining perfect. Shibe finds it off a nice touch from Burgess. One tap, now Jenkins. Jenkins top of the 18. Plays that one through, but a baby blue kit able to swipe it away. Believe the one in the area there was Perry. Throwing an opportunity. Garcia will be the one to take on it. Looking for Jenkins. Right back to Garcia, who centers it up. Give it Triano. Most recent goal scorer to make it 10-0. Brunello. Back over to Stone. Triano again finds Jenkins. Jenkins just throwing that one on target. I believe had a touch, we'll say. Last touch was from a black kit and goes out of play. Able to wrangle it somehow, but it's all for naught as it's stolen away. Touch a moment ago was from Kareba. Along the back line is Shea Boyle, who re-enters the match. Saw her back in the first half, now working back to the center back position. Brunello seeing significant action in the second half. Shibe. Burgess charging things in. One touch over to Jenkins. Had it bobbled out of play. Well, bobbled out of the 18 in the box. And another reset. Trying to get numbers forward. There's a strike towards Cage. Not threatening him an opportunity as it's brought in nicely from Bennett. 80th minute. Into this one. Knuckleball off the foot of the goalkeeper for Kingston. That one's out of play. A little bit of a miscue on where to play it. Out of play and a throw in here from Burgess. Yes. Substitution will check in as Brunella checks out of the matchup. Played back on a center. It's Garrett Jordan, the one to check in off the sub. Ooh, swiped away. Finding room forward. Here's Navarre. Navarre leading the charge. Seeing if anything can operate here. Not in the cards that time for Kingston. Along the back line, another touch from Jordan. UConn alum, former second team All Big East selection back in 2023. 8 goals, 10 assists in her career with the Huskies and Stars. Keelan Daly, netminder in the second half. Not required to make any major saves. Well, like we said, has commanded this attack pretty well. Burgess. Again to Siam. Just a dominating outing for Sporting Connecticut in this one. Part of it is what you expected. Top team in the league, go out, send a message, coming off a closer contest, a little bit too close for comfort in the last go. And then you have that same team that you saw before this one, next on the docket. Go ahead and get your mind right. The team that you already handled. That's exactly what they did today. Lonnie Jenkins, double-digit lead in their favor. Jordan. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins finds it right back. Played it into the box, turn, fire that one high of the crossbar. Had the right intention. Tori Souza still trying to find the back of the net. A little bit of improvisation there from Souza. To the point. 3 games left on the docket here for Sporting Connecticut. Looking for a perfect regular season. And a chance to start off. We'll already have, but wrap up their first season in the WPSL with a perfect 10-0 record. Would speak volumes about where this program was, but also where this program and where this club is at this current moment. Excellent roster. As it bounces safely into the grass with Bennett. Excellent work from former Husky and Matt Cameron in this coaching staff. Approaching the 85th minute. Long throw, and Burgess was the first one on the touch. That one's out of play. And on the other side for Kingston, a team that's still looking for their first win since the finale of the 2023 season. 0-7 at this juncture. Only a couple games left on the docket for them as well. Jenkins was giving chase. Nothing doing there. This is back towards midfield. And Christina Stone. The rain has subdued. Do a nice breeze in what has become, for the moment, pretty nice night as we come to a close here in Middletown. Stone far side. Back with the lead forward. Only one in the area is the goalkeeper. Is brought back in for Bennett. Callie Bennett. Again, a couple of big saves in that first half. It's just been brought to a tough spot overall. Nothing really you could do when possession is spent this much time in this end. All down, whistle will blow. We'll reset with a free kick opportunity here for Sporting Connecticut. Jordan will be the one to take on it. Leads things down to Burgess. First one into the area was a race into the 18, and the battle was won by the Capitals in Sukovic. Delaware Valley High School alumnus from Milford, Pennsylvania. Has brought over a moment ago from Shea Boyle. Jenkins, time starting to approach the latter stages on regulation. Back in towards the box. Set back up top of the 18. Turn, fire. That one's through. Far side. What a rip. Beautiful strike going far side. It's net through for Juliana Garcia. 11-0. Trying to put the bow on things for Sporting Connecticut. Approaching the 90th minute, able to find 11th goal of the evening is Juliana Garcia. And it's a beauty. Turn, fire, far side, rip, and it's through. Very nice bow on a very nice outing for Sporting Connecticut. Back near side, cutting down things. Like we mentioned, latter stages in this one. Garcia able to net one a moment ago. Bonnie Jenkins had a stellar first half, a multi-goal outing. Only our fourth contest with Sporting Connecticut this season. That one's laced forward, but rolling gently into the grass with Bennett. Callie Bennett launches things forward. Sporting Connecticut dominating today, 11-0. Combined 25-0. The two matchups between these two clubs this season. Jordan takes in here. Sporting Connecticut will remain unbeaten, 7-0, perfect in their first season in the WPSL. A stellar outing today with the final few contests of the regular season starting to approach. Still looking for more. Jenkins looking far side. It again goes off the top of the crossbar. Stays in play, however, as Jordan will be the one to take on it. Jordan on the end line. Nice move back into the box. Looking for a cross. It's forced out of play. Thrown in plus territory as Triano will be the one to take on it. We'll bring it in, but full time as things go final 11-0. The final is Sporting Connecticut. Stays perfect. Moves to 7-0 out of the air as things again go final. Sporting Connecticut wins it 11-0. Dominant performance here today for Sporting. They remain, like we said, undefeated, perfect, no blemishes, 7-0-0. No losses, no draws. And able to pick up their 21st point of the season. Two netminders in Malone and Daly able to split the shared shutout. Another shutout on the season for the Sporting Connecticut squad as they dominate en route to an 11-0 finish here today from Middletown. A little bit of home away from home for Sporting Connecticut. Home cooking, feeling good. 11-0 the final here in this one. So with that, like we said, things go final, and we thank you for joining us today on the National Soccer Network. Gary Lee saying so long as Sporting Connecticut takes down Kingston and the Capitals. 11-0 final here from Middletown.